Chapter 105. Collecting the Dragon Vein. In the middle of the dead chess game. Some time ago, Long Wanqing had already told Gu Hai how to catalyze the dragon drawing jade. It wasn't too difficult. Gu Hai carefully studied it for a while, then grasped it in his left hand and coldly looked at the earth dragon vein below. The twin swords had been put away, and his right hand was pinching to golden chess pieces. With cold eyes, he said, "A dead chess game. It's still really rough as can be." Snap. Gu Hai steeply crushed the two golden chess pieces. The moment he crushed them, countless cultivators in the outside world revealed their astonishment. How did Mr. Gu crush those two golden chess pieces? Look, the dead chess game. Cracks have appeared on it. The deadly chess game is collapsing. By destroying the two golden chess pieces, the game is broken. Then what was the point of Meng Tai and Li Haran fighting in the first place? The outside cultivators looked at the giant peony that was slowly trembling in surprise. Grandmaster, just crushed the golden chess pieces. So simple, a servant said blankly. No, there is only one winner in a dead chess game. And that is when only the last piece is left. With two golden chess pieces shattered, isn't the last piece left now? Grandmaster Liu Nian explained. Gu Hai's chess piece detachment. That golden chess piece. Long Wanqing looked into the distance and said, "Not bad, there is only him left. He's the final winner. So the chess game is solved." Grandmaster Liu Nian explained. In the chess game world, the mountains and rivers were shattered, and the entire world collapsed in general. Gu Hai was holding the dragon drawing jade in his left hand, and the blood sword in his right hand. Coldly, he looked at the increasing number of cracks on the earth. Ka. The cracks were as dense as a spider's web, and the earth was in the midst of rapidly shattering. Ang! The earth dragon vein let out a roar, as if the seal had relaxed and could move. Rumble! The earth looked like it was about to shatter. Elder Chess Watcher's inheritance, the 8-colored peony, was also trembling. It slowly squeezed the shattered seal and rushed towards Gu Hai. Gu Hai's gaze was icy cold. Holding the blood knife in his hand, he fiercely slashed out, and a river of blood like knife daggers rushed straight towards the 8-colored peony. What? Mr. Gu is going to destroy Elder Chess Viewer's inheritance? Are you kidding? That's Elder Chess Viewer's inheritance. No, Mr. Gu. How can you destroy it? You don't want to give it to me. No, Mr. Gu, don't. Countless cultivators cried out furiously, looking at Gu Hai incredulously. Gu Hai, however, had a scowl on his face, and a determination flashed in his eyes. Long Wanqing and Grandmaster Liu Nian were also stupefied, not expecting Gu Hai to be so ruthless. Not far away, Gu Qin's face changed, biting his lips, probing his hand, grabbing a black disc on the raw chessboard. Looking at the huge chessboard, recalling the position Gu Hai was preparing to land on earlier. Snap! Gu Qin's piece landed on the chessboard. On the opposite side, the puppet of the old man chess watcher, however, suddenly revealed a weird smile. Boom! The puppet of the old man chess watcher abruptly turned into a puff of smoke and vanished. Boom! In the distance, Gu Hai chopped down with his sword, breaking through the seal fragments, and was about to chop into that 8-colored peony. That 8-colored peony, however, suddenly twisted strangely, dodging the bloody blade, and instantly flew towards Gu Qin. What? Gu Hai's face changed, and he twisted his head to look. Buzz! The 8-colored peony was instantly attached to Gu Qin's brow and instantly drilled in. Whew! In all directions, countless clouds of chi steeply came out of thin air, rushing straight towards Gu Qin, slowly lifting Gu Qin's body up, holding it high into the sky. Grand Duke, a group of subordinates caught out in slight worry. Confused, Gu Hai, however, glared with his eyes and shouted angrily. Below, the earth dragon vein finally unsealed with a roar. Rumble! The earth in the 4 directions immediately shook with a huge earthquake. The entire giant peony burst apart with a loud bang. Gu Hai's group of subordinates quickly jumped, taking a coffin with them to the distance. Ah, another earthquake. Quick, retreat. The dragon vein is coming out, run away. Not good. The seal has been lifted. The dragon vein is going to be angry. The surrounding cultivators quickly retreated in rapid horror. A bunch of mountain peaks quickly collapsed, and a bunch of peaks rose up from the ground. Ang! The dragon's roar rushed into the sky, roaring out a manic storm. Gu Hai didn't have time to reprimand Gu Qin, put away his blood knife, and fiercely catalyzed the dragon drawing jade, pulsing it towards the earth dragon. A powerful suction force shot straight out. This suction force was as if it was a deadly threat to the earth dragon vein. The eyes of the earth dragon vein's pupils abruptly shrunk. Ang! In terror, the earth dragon vein twisted its body as if it wanted to escape. Ha! The dragon-inducing jade, however, instantly touched the earth dragon vein's head. Boom! A bizarre scene occurred. The vast dragon head, a huge dragon head of tens of thousands of feet, was suddenly, bizarrely sucked into the dragon drawing jade in general. Gu Hai's eyes lit up. The dragon head went in, stepping up the urging. Ang, ang, ang. The earth dragon vein struggled in a roar, its entire body twisting rapidly. Rumble. The earth around them exploded. Countless mountains, rocks and trees rushed into the sky. Countless large explosions that instantly dyed the entire heaven and earth into a grey color in general. A large amount of debris impacted on Gu Hai's body, causing Gu Hai to also be unable to stand it for a while and spit out a mouthful of bruised blood. However, Gu Hai's eyes grew more and more fierce. Collect it for me. Gu Hai urged the dragon drawing jade with all his might. Rumble. A large portion of the dragon's body had already been sucked into the dragon drawing jade. The earth dragon vein struggled more and more strongly. Gu Hai, however, held on to the dragon drawing jade for dear life, allowing the dragon drawing jade to keep twisting intensely. Help! Ah! Don't! So many rocks are falling from the sky. I'm going to be buried. Ah! Run! Help! Amidst the desperate cries of the cultivators in all directions, in the midst of a chaos, debris flew, dust rose in all directions. It was impossible to distinguish between east and west, and all the cultivators struggled in this pandemonium in fear. Until an incense stick had passed. Boom! There was a steep and loud bang. The sky full of debris all fell down. Everything calmed down. The dust was still terrifying, and the crowd was in quiet waiting. Gu Hai stood on top of a boulder, looking at the dragon-inducing jade in his hand. In the dragon-inducing jade, there seemed to be a sound of a dragon's roar, and what could be seen clearly was as if a small golden dragon was struggling in the dragon-inducing jade. Only that the sealing power was too great. The small dragon was unable to escape at all, and could only wriggle inside with great difficulty, emitting a faint golden light. With a flip of the hand, the dragon-inducing jade was still in his hand. Storage space. Can only store dead things, can't store living things. Is the earth dragon vein alive? So it can't be stored. Gu Hai revealed a hint of doubt. Taking out a small box, Gu Hai carefully placed the dragon-invoking jade into it. It was carried on top of his back. After doing everything, the smoke around them slowly dispersed. Many cultivators were injured and painfully climbed up from the ruins. Like the Dinglong sect, the surrounding area had become a pile of ruins, but it wasn't as big as the Dinglong sect's ruins. 100 miles of ruins still looked incomparably shocking. My lord, 8 villains carried a coffin to Gu Hai. Gu Hai nodded and looked up as a wave of worry flashed in his eyes as he looked at a cloud high in the sky. The cloud was in the shape of a peony, the color of 8 colors, and wrapped around Gu Qin within. Long Wanqing, Master Liu Nian, and the others also walked over. After an hour, the 8-colored cloud in the sky slowly converged, slowly converging into Gu Qin's body. Gu Qin's eyes opened, and the colorful light generally flashed in his eyes. Huiyu, Gukin fell down from mid-air. Boom. Gukin landed in front of Gu Hai. Gu Hai coldly looked at Gukin, and behind him, Long Wanqing, Flowing Year's master, and the others did not jack in and quietly watched. Gukin knelt on both knees. Righteous Father, my child is unfilial. Please chastise him. You still know about being unfilial, Gu Hai said in a cold voice. Gukin bit his lips and said, what Righteous Father said earlier. Child listened with all his heart. Child knew that there are risks. There are dangers, but just during Righteous Father's entry into the deadly chess game, Child went through deep thoughts and finally decided to take this risk. Gu Hai said in a deep voice, my child remembers that before my second brother left, my Righteous Father had said that eggs can't be put in one basket. My child thought deeply that the legacy of the chess viewing elder is risky, but it's also an opportunity, isn't it? Mother's revenge can't not be avenged. Child watched Righteous Father you guys desperately trying to work hard, but Child is dragging back. Child's heart is not willing. Child also want to contribute. Child also want to take revenge, Gukin said with red eyes. Gu Hai stared at Gukin, and his anger subsided a lot. Child was carried back by Righteous Father and Mother on a windy and snowy night. At that time, Child was already abandoned. Perhaps not able to pass that night. It will freeze to death. After living for so many years, Child has already earned it, isn't it? Righteous Father, you used to teach us that we should be happy with what we have, and I am already very content. Among the 4 brothers, why is the child's temperament more calm? That is because the child is stupid. Not as smart and flexible as the 3 younger brothers. The child does not want to bring shame to the Righteous Father. The child would rather not do not want to do it wrong, so it looks calm. The child is stupid. Learn anything is not as fast as the 3 younger brothers, but the mother never disliked me. When I was a child, the mother has what new toys, good food, the first to give the child to play, give the child to eat. When the 4 brothers were fighting, she was the first to protect her children. The death of her mother was so tragic, but the child could not do anything. Can't I do anything? I'm not happy about it. I'm really upset. Yes, I just have to follow in my father's footsteps, but I really want to be useful on my own for once. I don't want to be your father's shadow. I want to help you. I've always been very calm, and I listen to you in everything, but this time, please allow me to be capricious just once. Righteous Father, I really want to avenge my righteous mother. I want to do my part. Gukin's tears slowly came out. Gu Hai looked at Gukin and was silent for a while before he gave a slight sigh. Alas, it's just a matter of time. Get up. It's time for us to go home. Many thanks for your Righteous Father's forgiveness. Gukin raised his head with red eyes.